Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Wednesday, January 8th, around 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. Winter storm Cora is about to make its way across the southern U.S., bringing widespread snow from Dallas through Little Rock, Memphis, and Huntsville. And we also have a major fire happening now. Keep calm. It's boom time. Bad news coming out of Southern California with the wildfires burning out of control there. 5 dead, more than 1,100 structures have been destroyed as a firestorm besieges LA County. We were reporting on it all day yesterday, and it has only grown larger. Now 6 different fires, over 16,000 acres or more. The California Palisades fire is now 15,832 acres. The fire has grown into Malibu and the Franklin fire's burn scar from last month. It is now flanking the Franklin burn scar and into the Santa Monica Mountains. Reports that currently 300,000 people are under evacuation orders, and there are over 410,000 without power. The state of Utah announced they are staffing up strike teams that will start heading to California shortly, and that could be good news. More air resources are also arriving by the hour. Here is the current fire map. Here you see the Palisades fire. This is where it all began, and now the Eaton fire. We've got the Lydia fire, the Hearst fire, the Woodley fire. Oh, and it's on and on. 6 fires. The Palisades fire now at 16,000 acres. The Eaton fire, about 11,000 acres there. The Hearst fire at 5,000. So we are talking about 30,000 acres burning as we speak. And fire hydrants ran dry as this fire was spreading yesterday. And many people are blaming it on environmentalists and them not capturing any water, which couldn't be further from the truth. All of the California water resources, as far as reservoirs, are full. And something else was afoot. In fact, it may have to do with power outages during the storm. Currently 330,000 without power in California. Could that be why the water wasn't flowing? The pumps didn't have power? Or could it be infrastructure? The officials are blaming tremendous demand. So just too much was being used and the pressure dropped. I guess that's their excuse. But our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to all those affected. This is an ongoing situation, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Speaking of getting worse, Winter Storm Cora is forming right now, and by tomorrow morning, will be making its way across the south, bringing ice, snow, rain, and more to millions of people. The winter storm has snow and ice threat from Texas to the Carolinas, including Dallas and Atlanta. Here are the current winter weather alerts. We've got winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and winter weather advisories from Charlotte all the way over to Dallas. Here is your Thursday forecast with rain, ice, mix, and snow. Ho, ho, ho. There is the line there just north of Dallas where you'll be getting that mix. There will be snow on the back end for you, Dallas, maybe picking up 5-6 inches, perhaps. And everything north of that, Oklahoma City, Amarillo, Wichita, and Little Rock probably will see snow tomorrow. South of there, we're going to have a huge area of ice. For the south central portion of Texas, could be very dangerous driving. If you can, I would stay off the roads. And by Friday, the storm will slowly move east, affecting Little Rock, Nashville, Charlotte, Louisville, St. Louis, and even Chi-Town. Snow is all the way up into Canada with this system. And once again on Friday, we'll have a mixing line somewhere north of Atlanta, and a terrible situation with the ice here. So if you're in this region of Mississippi, Alabama, or Georgia, stay inside. Saturday's forecast, the storm moves offshore, affecting the Delmarva and up the East Coast with some mild snow showers. Snow lingers in the Appalachians in western PA. And here is the total snowfall forecast over the next 3 days. Could be a wide swath of 5 to 8 inches over 6, 7, 8 states here. And 4 states here potentially picking up 8 to 12 inches. South of Little Rock could be in the crosshairs. It is definitely going to be Arkansas and Oklahoma that get the most snow, in my opinion. There is a probability of icing, and we're talking a medium probability here from Waco to Shreveport. So heed the warnings, and if you can, stay off the roads. And here's the full forecast. Extremely critical fire weather in Southern California continues, and a winter storm to impact the southern U.S. High winds and low relative humidity will continue. Critical to extremely critical fire weather in Southern California through Thursday. Our hearts and prayers go out to all those affected. A winter storm named Cora is expected to bring major impacts from areas of heavy snow, sleet, and freezing rain to portions of the southern plains beginning on Thursday before intensifying as it shifts across the Mid-South Friday through Saturday morning. Winter storm watches and warnings are up. Frost and freeze warnings all the way down to southern Florida. Holy macaroni. A quick look at the storm here. We will turn this on. We'll see how it is now developing here in Mexico in the next 3, 6, 9 hours. By morning, that storm will take shape in Texas, the nexus of the Schmexus, and rapidly intensify, moving east all the way through the weekend here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you can see that ice storm and mix moving with it. It's going to be a dangerous situation for millions of people, and if you don't have to go out, I would stay off of the roads. Let's take a look at the total snowfall according to the GFS model here. And there is a wide swath of potential of a foot or more in those blue regions. But a wide swath of snow across most of the U.S. there, east of the Mississippi. As the snow continues, yeah, because it's winter. We'll real quick take a look at the CMC, which is showing a more concentrated portion of snow here north of Dallas, and the icon model is going to give us the least amount of snow. Ho, ho, ho. So take it with a grain of salt. It'll probably be closer to this model here, the CMC, through the weekend. Seismic update. We've got some interesting activity in Iceland and the mid-ocean ridge as the rumbling continues at the rift zone in Ethiopia there. And a 5.7 in China. Now, all that activity in Iceland is coming from, well, the Vatnajökull Glacier, Grímsvötn, and Bardarbunga are here. And lots of seismic activity going on there. As we can see, seismic activity continuing on that volcano here that hasn't erupted in over 1,000 years. What is afoot in Iceland? Worldwide volcano news. A quick rundown of the erupting volcanoes over the last 24 hours. Ducono, 8,000 feet. Fuego, 15,000 feet. Conleón, ash emissions continue there as the mountain is shrouded in ash, clearly. Santaguito, 14,000. Nevado de Ruiz, 21,000. Semaru, 14,000. Swanasima, 5,000. Sangay to 20,000. Fuego, puffing, passing Santaguito at 14. Nevado de Ruiz to 21. Reventador to 14. White Island, we've got a volcanic ash advisory going to 3,000 foot there. You can see on the satellite that little plume. Semaru, who knew? Now you do. 14,000 foot blast. Ducono to 8. And Sangay wrapping up worldwide volcano news. No volcanic ash observed. A quick look over at space weather. Not much going on. The sunspot group that was flaring days ago has basically just shut down. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet. And that's good news. Bad news for aurora watchers. This is good news here. The New Year comet could outshine Venus if it survives its solar encounter. After Comet A3 made a once-in-a-lifetime appearance in October, Comet G3, dubbed the New Year comet, is currently falling towards the sun. And if all goes well, it could outshine Venus in the night sky. It's a great opportunity for photographers, but there are a few caveats. The first one is that it will only be visible from the southern hemisphere since it's located in the constellation Sagittarius. The second caveat is that, first, Comet G3 has to survive a close encounter with the sun when it comes within a meager 8.3 million miles of our star. If, by some miracle, the comet survives the intense thermal stress, it could be visible to the naked eye for observers in the southern hemisphere. Its closest point to the sun is January 13th. On that day, the comet would be just 0.09 astronomical units from the sun. So, what a bummer for us in the northern hemisphere. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Many of you watching aren't subscribed. We would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and help our channel grow. We love each and every one of you. Be safe. And prayers for Southern California.